Frank? Some folks who aren't feeling Trump's optimism right now are American farmers, and they are stuck in the middle of all of this. Frank, who did you vote for president?
Mr. Trump.
Right?
Trump.
Mr. Trump.
If the election were today, Frank, would you vote for Donald Trump?
No way.
Couldn't happen.
No.
You voted for President Trump. So now, in this moment, you say you're in a free fall. What is your message to him?
So I'm off the Trump train. Where I'm going for now is I got to protect my business.
A wheat farmer who says he's lost $400,000 since Trump took office.
I think there was a lot of people who voted for him that want to stay loyal to him, but it's going to get to the point where financially, if it's between supporting the president or losing your family farm.
You voted for the president?
Yes, I did.
And do you support these policies which might be hurting farmers like you?
Right now, we're the ones that are taking the hit.
I think he's sort of backstabbing the main people who got him into office in the Midwest, and he just left us down.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel everybody, and thank you so much for watching. What's going on, guys? I am Jade. If you're new here, what you guys just listened to is news reporting of farmers, especially those in the Midwest. Make no mistake about it, this is happening all across America. Farmers who are basically facing direct implications of Trump's policies, and they are speaking out right now. And you know what is so sad? It is not as if these people were not told about this. It is not as if they were not warned that this could happen. And somehow, these people still manage to ignore. They still manage to ignore, and now they are regretting. Let me say this, okay? These regrets that are currently happening, these regrets are happening sooner than I anticipated. Yes, I knew that there was going to be some regrets at some point, and I knew that there were going to be a lot of regrets as Trump's administration pushed ahead, but I thought it would at least be a while. Because remember, back in 2017, when Trump first took office, he rode for a while on President Obama's economic policies. You know, he enjoyed it until his own policies, Trump's own policies, started to kick in, and people began to see how truly messed up and even how non-existent his policies are. But these are happening sooner than I anticipated. The reason why I will not feel sorry for these people, they were told. Again, we all lived through Trump's first presidency, number one. And number two, last year, 2024, there was a farmer from North Carolina who was already sounding the alarm, warning people about how dangerous Trump's policies are. Let me go ahead and share my screen, and then you can take a look at this. These people were told. They were told of this. They were told that this was going to be a direct implication. This was back in April of 2024, and they didn't listen. Here this.
North Carolina farmers are feeling very
now, let me
anxious
put on the volume.
Possible return of Donald
Okay, I think the volume is on.
A lot of North Carolina farmers are feeling very anxious right now about the possible return of Donald Trump to the presidency. The Trump administration was utterly disastrous to North Carolina's agriculture industry, mostly because of trade policy. Trump's trade policies cost North Carolina farmers over $2 billion and still counting. That's over $37,000 in direct cost to every single farming household in North Carolina. North Carolina is one of the leading agricultural states in the entire country. North Carolina farmers export billions of dollars of poultry and hogs, corn, tobacco, wheat, soybeans, and a lot more every single year. And those exports keep our agricultural sector humming. Remember, first and foremost, farmers are business people. They need customers to buy their product. But on his very first day in office, Donald Trump withdrew the United States from the Trans-Pacific Partnership, a big trade deal negotiated by the Obama administration. The TPP was negotiated for years as a strategy to confront China, and it linked 12 Pacific nations comprising 40% of the global economy into a trade network with the United States at its center. The Farm Bureau actually published analysis showing that the TPP would increase farming income in America by billions of dollars annually. But Trump blew up that deal out of pure personal jealousy for Barack Obama. And as a result, North Carolina farmers not only lost access to all those new markets, but they actually lost market share overall because all those other nations proceeded without the United States. Again, according to the Farm Bureau, North Carolina farmers have lost out on $200 million of revenue every single year since 2017. And then it got worse. Trump is famous for starting a trade war with China when he imposed new tariffs on Chinese goods. And in retaliation, the Chinese imposed new tariffs on American goods, including American agriculture. For North Carolina's tobacco and pork and soybean growers in particular, China was a massively important customer, and Trump's trade war has cost them.
Isn't that what's happening now? The same thing. And this is what I don't understand. This is why I will never, call me evil, call me whatever. I know that the rest of the world, the rest of us are suffering the consequences of Trump's policies and bad business practices. For goodness sake, this man has multiple upon multiple bankruptcies to his company names, the companies that he ran. So for anybody who felt like they couldn't trust their livelihood, their businesses at the hands of this snake oil salesman Trump, and I'm supposed to feel sorry? No. We are suffering as a result of your bad decision, your poor decision, your unwillingness to do a simple research, number one. And number two, your hate for others. Because apart from all of these other misinformation, all of this lack of this laziness to even do basic information about Trump, the majority of what was driving all these people to actually vote for Trump was their hate for others. Bible thumpers. They are the ones who felt like America was going in a direction that they did not want, because apparently people had way too much liberty and freedom, and those wings had to be like plucked down a little bit. This is the reason why I will never feel sorry for these people, these farmers who are very much going to lose everything. Very much going to lose everything on account of Trump's bad policies. Maybe this will serve as a lesson to them and their children and children's children to not vote based on hate, but based on what economic policies is going to benefit you and your family business that you have been running for centuries. So this is why my pity I have none for any of these people. They can cry me a river. Trump never promised anything. Trump never. He only had a concept of a plan. But yet people will look to Vice President Kamala Harris and be like, but what's she gonna do? But we don't know much about her. The woman pretty much turned her entire lives, poured everything out for you guys to see. But because of your hate for others, it still wasn't good for you. So now that you have elected a psycho, a certifiably psycho, and now you have to pay the consequences of that. I have zero sympathy for this person, for these people who are crying and moaning and groaning. Because everything that we're currently going through right now is as a result of their poor decision. If they had just told this man, go kick rocks, none of this will be happening. They saw this man, they all lived through his first presidency, and then they turned back around and voted for them. And that's the thing that is so annoying. As badly as things are for them now, as crazy as things are for them now, wait until the midterm elections. Wait until Trump and his minions dangle the Bible in front of them, convince them once again to vote for senators and vote for Congress that will go into office and not doing anything for them. Wait until the midterm and see those people do the same thing again. They're crying now, they're moaning and groaning now, but you wait until the midterm. It doesn't take much to convince those people before they run back to voting for Trump and voting for Republicans who are just sitting by. They're just sitting by and not even doing anything, while Trump basically takes a sledgehammer and destroys the country's economy. The Republican Congress and the Republican Senate, they're not even doing anything. They're not even pushed back on Trump's poor policies because everybody is so afraid. They are so scared of being primaried because Elon Musk has said that if anybody doesn't support Trump 100%, regardless of what Trump is doing, that those people are going to be primaried And then Elon Musk, is going to back. We all know what that means, backing financially and otherwise, Starlink and otherwise, to make sure that any Republican senator, any Republican congressman or woman who does not support Trump get primaried and loses the election. Yeah. So they are basically putting their own needs against the best interest of their voters. Make of that what you will. So that's the reason why I don't feel sorry for any of these people, because come midterm, they are going to do the same thing and vote for Republicans who have supported Trump again and again. That's what they're going to do. Don't expect them to do anything different. Now that you see them crying and moaning and groaning,
hundreds of millions of dollars in lost business. North Carolina is one of the leading states for a loss of independent family farms and farm consolidation. And one big reason for that is deliberate trade policy like Trump's that has made their business more difficult. If he's elected, Trump has promised to do two things that really freak out the farming community. One of those is imposing new tariffs and starting a whole new trade war. And the second is massively deporting all undocumented workers who happen to make up almost half of the agricultural labor force. If you want to see $15 a pound bacon, deport the people who actually produce it.
Exactly. Exactly. This is why I feel nothing for them, because they were told. It doesn't get any clearer than this. Okay, this was back in May of 2024, and now we are in February of 2025, and everything that we are told to these farmers, we already seen them happening in real time. Trump never, if there is one thing that Trump did, was that two things actually. One, he didn't make clear what his plans were, but he also told, potential voters that he was going to make their lives miserable based on his foreign policies and economic policies, and he's making good on those promises. And then people want to moan and groan and cry. Give me a break.
It's no secret that a lot of North Carolina farmers will probably still vote for Trump because partisanship rules everything now.
Yeah.
But there is a ton of indigestion in farming circles right now about what Trump might do if he actually returns to office and what that could mean for the future of farming in North Carolina.
Yeah. So how's that partisanship working for you? Isn't that what I just said just now? You see the people that are moaning and groaning now, these farmers, guess what? Come midterm elections, they are still going to vote for Trump because it is what they do. So I have no sympathy. I have no pity. Nothing. I do not have any sympathy for any of them. Okay? Because Trump has no respect for any of these people. Trump's respect is measured by how much he thinks of you, how well he thinks of you. If Trump thinks that you are worth it, Trump might actually prioritize you. But Trump clearly doesn't think that the farmers of America are worth his time, are worth his effort. And that's the reason why he's making policies, he's making decisions that directly impact those farmers. Okay? Because at the end of the day, he doesn't even have the IQ. He doesn't have the IQ to do more than what is in front of him. And people are now feeling the heat. Even if you give Trump the proper advice or whatever, tell him what to do and how to go about this, you think he's going to do it? No. He might want to do it, but then somebody else will come and tell him something completely different, and that's what he's going to do. Why do you think Elon Musk is glued to him? Because Elon Musk knows that Trump is easily swayed, and he will make decisions and act based on the last person he spoke to. That's the reason why Elon Musk is glued to him, because Elon Musk is also there to protect his own interest, to protect his own billions, and protect his own, his own businesses. And so he's going to be there watching like a hawk, watching Trump like a hawk, to make sure that whatever Trump is being advised to do, he's listening and he's paying attention and he gets to have the last word. That's why he's there. So all these farmers who are moaning and groaning, you guys are going to have to cry very hard, because I know in my heart, based on past behavior being the best predictor of future behavior, I know very well that if things don't get really hard for you guys, you are still going to elect the people who support Trump's terrible economic policies come midterm. And that's what you get for it. It's the FAFO season. It's the FAFO. So enjoy the fuck around and find out stage that we are currently on. We are all suffering, but at least I can look them in the eye and basically say, I told you so. We told you this was going to happen. People were sounding the alarm long ago, but you guys refused to listen. You guys refused to hear the voice of reason because you were so carried away by your partisanship and your hatred for others. As long as Trump was continuing to promise you that he was going to like destroy people that you didn't necessarily like, people whose values didn't align with yours, you were going to vote for him and hope that he basically wiped those people off the surface of the earth. But guess what? They're not going anywhere, because people are fighters and people are going to fight and push back against Trump. But you are going to be directly impacted by the economic policies of Trump. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment. Like this video and share. I will catch you later. Bye.